to blame for Bill Cosby's release. Due, due process matters even for monstrous crimes. The the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania made that point clear on Wednesday when it overturned the 2018 conviction of Bill Cosby for aggravating aggravated incident assault. The court held that the prosecution violated Mr. Cosby's right against self-incrimination by using statements at trial that he made during earlier dispositions in civil litigation. So that was going off, or quote unquote illegal, because you can't use somebody's statement against you like that in court. And Pennsylvania is very corrupt when it comes to that. Comes to court cases in general, very corrupt. The whole America is. This is the court that made another big statement. The county prosecutor office couldn't try Mr. Cosby again because of its promise in 2005 not to charge him. So prosecutor, they know that Bill Cosby's money is long. They don't, if they continue on this, they know Bill Cosby can fight this thing out, even though he looks like he's gonna be out of there soon. But anyways, the court's basis for its decision was a highly unusual 2005 news release by Bruce Castor when he was district attorney. It says Mr. Cosby, because of insufficient credible and admissible evidence, the state Supreme Court held that Mr. Castor's public statements were binding on his successor, who resuscitated the case in 2015 using Mr. Cosby's disposition statements against him. The court said was a coercive bait and switch, while the release of Mr. Cosby and affront Andrea Constant, the victim, as well as other women who testified against him and to the public. The court was reaffirming the long-standing notion notion that due process requires the enforcement of prosecutors' promises. And Santabello versus New York, the Supreme Court noted that the prosecutor promises are no limited to the plea context. Any promise a prosecutor makes that induces reliance to the detriment of the defendant may be binding. Here, the court is merely enforcing the promise Mr. Castor made. Let me see. When I worked as a federal prosecutor, I was cautious about making promises because I knew that they were binding. With rare exceptions, the office refrained from making promises, declining charges against someone because of the very possibility that additional evidence of guilt could emerge. Our hands could be tied if the person had relied on the person in any way. If we agreed to bring no further charges against someone as a part of a plea deal, we included in the plea agreement the caveat that the promise was limited to the information that we currently know to the government. As the court stated, society holds a strong interest in the prosecution of crimes. It is also true that no interest, however important, ever eclipse society interest in ensuring that the constitutional rights of the people are vindicated. So that's just word salad right there, that last paragraph, because what you have is now a group of people known as they call themselves social justice warriors. They have a lot of influence on events that go on, whether it be crimes, whether it be events, different agendas As you've seen in the Derek Chauvin, where one of the uh, um, one of the jurors came out and basically said that he was afraid for his life if he wouldn't find Derek Chauvin guilty, or if he would say he's not guilty. So basically, um, the facts and the data and all that stuff that they go through in court, and the evidence, it doesn't matter. It's just what the majority of these individuals, outside of the actual case, what they what they say and what they want to be conviction is going to go that way, or they know they'll have a big fear for their life, or their lives will be ruined. So they have to go with the flow, um, which that's not how. Supposedly, that's not how the American government works. But now, 2021, it does. But here, this article says Howard says New Deal. No, it says New Dean Felicia Rashad Cosby tweet lacks sensitivity. Bill Cosby co-star Felicia Rashad's public statement addressing his conviction being overturned drew immediate backlash. The Cosby Show actress Felicia Rashid posted a tweet of support for her former co-star Bill Cosby after news of his immediate release from prison. Uh, let me see. Immediate After news of immediate release from prison was announced, the 73-year-old actress wrote, "Finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected." The post was uh, accompanied by a photo of Bill Cosby holding up his fist. Several hours later, Rashad posted another tweet writing, "I fully support survivors of sexual assault coming forward. My post was in no way intended to be insensitive to their truth." Oh, God. Personally, I know from friends and family that such abuse was abuse has lifelong residual effects. My heartfelt wish is for healing. Survivors of sexual assault will always be our priority. So we see the way the society is going here. Um, it's unfortunate, man. This shit. So when this lady is actually coming out to support an individual such as Bill Cosby, who had to do some time and sit down for some charges that were serious, and um, you know, and he gets a little bit of justice and mercy. Those people, these people out here, probably were all on tweeting, "How dare her? These survivors, it's a sad day. Stand with the women, the survivors," neglecting the fact that the federal government overturned it. Now this is coming after the years, a couple years ago, where the Me Too movement was gaining steam. It was snowballing. All right. So all those so-called women came out against him and his act of drugging them and having sex with them, and against their consent. All right. And we open that. We already know the Queen of Heaven spirit, um, and the taking down of the neutral family, not the nuclear family, and the exalting of women, that a lot of those were fabricated. But that doesn't matter because you have to believe a woman, no matter what she say. After what is after you find out that a lot of times they lie. All right, they fabricate the truth. So she's talking about she's standing with their truth. I hate when people say that, man. Ain't no their truth. The truth of what happened, the truth, the actual truth is what matters. Your truth could be fabricated because these demons out here, and that big nosed bitch that was I forgot, I don't know how to pronounce her name. That main demon that was coming out against Bill. You know, never trust a woman looking like the individual like that. It's Jeremiah 49:31. Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation, and that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwelleth alone. So Babylon, all right, America is a wealthy nation, and when you have wealth, you can you can take it to the wire with the court system. You can, um, if you have you get a lawyer, prosecutor, or a defender, and you're not using a public defender and things of that nature. You can really um, make them work to prove you innocent, to prove you guilty. All right, and everybody was getting tagged. Everybody was getting all these celebrities, all these sellouts. They were getting accused at one time. So that was all a scam. That was all a big witch hunt. Although we know these people are some freaks. Harvey Weinstein, um, Bill Cosby, most likely, he is. R. Kelly is. But to the extent they go, when women say something is totally out of order, mind blowing. You know, she can come back and say you get famous, you get quote unquote discovered or whatever by Esau. You get famous. Anybody from your past, any woman from your past can come back and say, oh well, when I was 22 or 21, and conjure up a whole story against you, and then everybody's gonna believe it because she's a woman and she's defenseless and innocent, and really she's a devil, and she wants to get paid. And nobody cares about the facts, or nobody cares about this nigga could have died in jail because of COVID. You know, it's Jeremiah 51 and 54. A sound of a cry comes from Babylon. Let me see here. A cry. Let me see. Salak. It says a sound of a cry coming from Babylon and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans, because the Lord has spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice when her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of the force of their force is utter. So when you have all these so-called black man, you know, is using all these gifts and tools that Esau, somebody Caucasian father, has given them, the Lord, because the Lord spoiled Babylon with pleasures, so he can, a person like Bill Cosby, or any celebrity really, they could for because women are cheerleaders, natural cheerleaders, and fans. They can take advantage of women. Some women are willing. I guess some won't be, or you can, you know, uh, have drugs and alcohol, be influenced because it's at your fingertips, ready, available. Um, you know, you get sight of, you lose sight of things. You know, like for instance, if I'm chilling with a woman uh, or at a party, like let's just say, for hypothetically, and a woman is like, I want to get drunk, I want to get, uh, I want to get drunk and do whatever, and she want to do some drugs or something. I wouldn't provide that for her. So uh, I wouldn't provide that for her, so she can come back and accuse me and say I gave her something, and I got her, uh, you know, I got her on that type of time and type of tip. I wouldn't. You got to provide that for yourself, baby girl. You know, that's just that's just the times we living in right now. We have to be completely aware, self-aware what is at stake. They want to take down men. They want to take you down, man. See you down, see you in a twist, see you in a jam. All right. Uh, you know, just because she feels guilty or just because she feels like, she got out of, she couldn't control herself, she feels bad, now she wants to blame it on you. Happens all the time. James 1 and 21. There, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your souls. And superfluidity means heavy excess or a numerable amount of something. And Bill Cosby had, they're saying he had a numerable amount of drugs and women to to when he was partying and living his life. The Lord Yahweh Yahushai, told us to come out of that type of spirit. Like 2/3 of our people in the world are as well. It said filthiness and naughtiness, having sex all the time and doing multiple women at one time and living that fast life. Drugs and alcohol, negative influences, all right, can lead you to you could, with under that influence, you'll try to force yourself on a woman or rape her and thinking she want it, but even though she's in your hotel room late night, and she can take advantage of the situation and be like, you know, try to, twist it up to act like she getting raped, she getting took advantage of, and when you're at a whole man's hotel, or you're in a I just saying hotel, but in a man's home or something like that. But women don't know. Why would you go to a man, be alone with a man if you don't want to have sex, or get ravished and pounded out even though you want to. Hey, even what did Cardi B? Cardi B, she admitted to drugging men before she was a rapper, drugging men, right, and stealing from them, hitting a lick on them, right? That's on YouTube. You can look it up, but nothing. Nobody said nada. They shut their damn mouth. They ain't say nothing. No backlash. No nothing. She didn't lose no money. No no deals, no endorsements. She didn't get canceled. Why is that? Because they know because they know that uh, the woman right now is on a power trip, and she's the new matriarchy, is the new leader of the town. They know these women are got all the influence. The scriptures say a woman shall compass a man. Right? And they know that they want to take that masculine energy down. But when Rick Ross says he put a Molly in her drink and she didn't even know it, that was such a big outrage. Such a big outrage. See where I'm going? The place is wicked, man. I did want to just read the account of now, yeah, that's you know putting drugs in or a pill or something the chick drink and she passing out, and come on, bro, getting that snag. Hey, but you a woman, man, you got raped, and you got raped when you was adult, and you was scared to say something. You bitches are weak. I was scared. I could see if you was young. I was listening to Tommy Sotomayor. You was going in on it. These chicks be fully grown talking about they didn't want to say nothing about the, you know. I could see if you was a child or you were, in your teenage years. Am I saying she deserved to get raped? Hey, Deuteronomy 22 and 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them out unto the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with the stones that they die, the damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife, so that they shall put away away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man forced her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. As for the man rises against his neighbor, mm, and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her. So put hands on her, and lie with her, and they be found. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, a possession. So it was still was a situation, not the common rape situation in America is totally different of how it worked in the ancient world. So this is just what would happen if this were to happen. So the Bible covers that. We don't do that now. This is not our land. We don't have rulership or power um, to keep any of our customs. So we do not do this act. It says, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. A man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's secret. All right, so, and hey, Bill Cosby, he stood 10 toes down. He didn't take a plea deal or nothing. He said he was gonna fight this thing, because he, apparently, according to him, he ain't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't snitch. He didn't do nothing. All right. So, well, willing is edifying. Give all praises to Yahweh. Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash, the Mars, the Apostle, and the Elders at Great Millstone, who rule well. Shalom.